Hey there, I'm making this video because I want to let you know that I've arrived. My name is Nemo Shang, and as of this moment, that's the only way that I'm showing up in this world. I just got done through a process called Too Much May, and during that period of time, I learned a lot about myself and what I really thought being too much really was. Now I'll go and I'll talk more about that at some point, but I think the most important insight that I got from it all was that everything that I really wanted was on the other side of being too much. Everything that I had thought for my business, for the impact that I wanted to make in the world, for the way that I wanted to really just exist in the world, all was underneath this label of being too much. And I'm done with it. That was one of the greatest gifts that I could have gotten from this year. I didn't even know it. Look out, if you haven't seen anything yet, look out for any of my videos on Too Much May, because there's a lot of insights in there and I unpack all of them during those videos. But here in this video, what I'm here to do is proclaim, to declare, and to say, hello, I am here. So, hello, I am here. What you're going to see going forward is this. I'm retiring the brand of enjoyment from a lot of the ways in which I communicate externally. And instead, I'm going forward with my brand of Nemo Shang. And it's just that's simple. There was a long time of me trying to understand and try and figure out new ways to, or a container, I would say, a container that would be large enough to hold me and to hold the way that I showed up in the world, to hold all the different versions of the different ideas that I had, the different versions of it all, and to really just have the space to continue being me in whatever expansive way I saw fit, or whatever expansive way took place next. Nemo Shang is something, it's an experience I want to invite you into. I want to invite you into experiencing me playing full out. I want to invite you into experiencing yourself playing full out, and to be amongst others who are playing a similar but different game. I'm not one that gets like-minded people together. It kind of bores me, to be honest. It's like we already know all these things. I love to get different-minded, like-hearted people together. And with nemoshang.com, what you're going to find from me is that I'm going to be speaking specifically to a group of outliers, pioneers, and mavericks with the unique challenges that come along with being someone who always finds themselves some way, shape, or form outside of the norm, outside of the majority, outside of the average, and dealing with the ways that we show up in the world as a result, the ways that we hold ourselves back, and the opportunities to be able to really turn up and show up powerfully in the world as we truly are, and to bring others along that journey with us. That's something that over the last year and a half, that's been my focus, to understand, how do I do this? How do I turn myself up? How do I really go from fitting in and doing what other people expect of me and change it to a place where I truly belong and I can take my rightful place in terms of being able to move this world forward? I'm Nemo Shang, similar to Lady Gaga, Will Smith, and dare I say Beyonce. Like, that's the game that I am playing now. And I invite you to come and join. There's a lot of different ways that I support this group of people. If you're not familiar with Outliers, Pioneers, and Mavericks, like, what I say is just find some way to get an experience with me, or like you can watch a video. You can go to, no, that's still me in my old ways. You can still go to Nemo Shang. There it is. It's going to be fun to just kind of like play into this new skin, or rather shed the old skin, the old masks that I had. I think that's actually pretty important. Let me call it out. Let me not just brush this under the table. Enjoyment was fantastic. It was amazing. It was everything I needed it to be at the time. And to be honest, the name and the brand itself, I outgrew it within 3 months of me bringing it out there. But it wasn't anything new for me. I didn't know where else to go. There was no other name that really seemed to fit. And so I myself, I'm making a declaration to stand for what I am. And I want to call out that I'm glad and I'm grateful for the prior names, but it's not even pivoting. I'm just allowing things to just shine through as they should be. So with that there, in the last few weeks, there's been a number of different changes that I want to invite you to go check out. One, we have a new website with the new brand. So the new website is nemoshong.com. That's Nemo like the fish and then ASHONG. So my full name.com. You can go ahead and find out some of our upcoming programs, some upcoming resources, and this event that we're doing in New York City that's taking place on July 20th and 21st. So you can find out more about some of the things that we're doing there. And I also invite you to sign up for our email list, because I'm really focusing on engaging people in conversations, and I don't want to just spam people. I don't mind doing it. I don't mind letting people know what's going on. Invitations. Now that Too Much May is over, I'm really working on the game of invitation. But if you want to get an invitation, if you want to interact with me live, rather than just watching me help other people, then the place that you need to be on is on my email list. That's the only way to really get involved with me outside of becoming a paid client of mine. So that's one. Two, you can check out the Facebook page, which is the facebook.com/NemoShong, and just at me, at NemoShong. Go find me on Facebook. Same thing with Instagram, at NemoShong. Find me on Instagram. I have a lot to share. There's a lot that's going on, and there's a number of different conversations that I'm having. So you'll see me on Facebook Live, you'll see me on videos, and I'll be sharing out my messages as it's going on from there. But that's me right now working through thought-provoking questions and thoughts that are provoking me. Like, this is where my leadership is coming in. I am not going to pretend that there's a step-by-step way to be a pioneer, outlier, or a maverick. It doesn't exist. My gift in life is being able to take people exactly from where they are and help them climb whatever mountain is up ahead of them, regardless of and without me having gone the path beforehand, without anyone else having gone that path beforehand, because it's your mountain. To be out in the middle of the wilderness and to feel like you're in the middle of your own jungle and you're trying to carve a path, and there's flies, mosquitoes, animals, you're getting attacked by even the plants out there, and you're like, oh my goodness, am I ever going to make it out here alive? How do I navigate through? Boom. That's when you call me. That's where I live. You're in the middle of a desert. You're trying to get through, and it's just like sun beating down on you. You feel all the pressure out there, but there's no one else around you. There's just hot sun, and you're just like, I just need like a glass of water. I need someone to be able to help me just like get some shade. I'm your oasis. And I'm bringing other people together so that when you get to that oasis, you get what has been missing. For a lot of us here, it's been inspiration. For those of us that are looking to not be bored, to know that because we know we have so much more to offer, but we don't know how exactly to tap into it. We'll be talking about that over at nemoshong.com. On the other side of things, one of the things I look at that makes Outliers, Pioneers, and Mavericks different from any kind of performance coaching or life coaching or business coaching or anything else that you want to toss out along those lines is that the people here, because we are Outliers, Pioneers, and Mavericks, we're uniquely placed outside of most of the majority. And let's be real, that can be incredibly lonely. It can be incredibly scary to really voice your opinions or to stand for something that you really believe in. And it can be really quite isolating to try and create a future that's distinct from the past. There are not a lot of people like you out there. And at the same time, I end up being a magnet and I end up creating a lot of those people around me. So if you'd like to just be able to come in to a community, into a tribe that is really amongst a bunch of people who are doing completely different things, from entrepreneurs to artists to social movement makers to stay-at-home parents to whatever they feel like identifying as. If you're looking for a group of that, I have a lot of diversity and inclusion leaders as well as personal brand makers and people who are, I guess, just shifting the world. I like this here. The future builders. If you'd like to be a part of something like that, make sure you subscribe to the video, make sure you like the Facebook page, and make sure that you find us on the podcast as well. Those are the first easiest places. And then more than anything else, get on the email list, go to nemoshong.com. It doesn't matter what I'm offering there, just sign up, get on there, and I'll make sure to once you're there, I actually reach out to the individuals on my list individually, and to talk to them. And sometimes it leads to me offering them a conversation where we get a chance to record that and introduce you to the rest of the Outlier, Pioneer, and Maverick tribe. And we do it from a way of not just exploring your past story, which is really interesting, but we see where you are right now and what's coming next for you. And we take you right to your edge and help you navigate the frontier right then and there. It's really fun. And every time we come together, we don't know what's gonna come next, because that's what life is like as an outlier, pioneer, maverick. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm ready to invite you here. So here it is. You're invited. I want you there. Your message is important. Your thoughts are important, and who you are is incredibly important. Let me be a guide on the side as you go forth to create what you're uniquely here to do. It'd be my pleasure, and it's also my gift. I'm looking forward to what comes next. I'll see you a little bit later, and I'll send you an email once you get on the list. Talk to you soon.